Good evening, guys. Hope everybody's doing great this evening. No, I am. What a day today. Crazy day today. Tax day. Like I mentioned in an earlier episode of Trash Talk, tax day today. We got to pay those thieving SOBs up at the IRS and in our case, the North Carolina Department of Revenue. They're stealing my money. My wallet's on fire today. Somebody's been jacking on my cash, but we got those dudes paid. Those thieves paid off. They held us for ransom and we gave in. You're not supposed to pay terrorists, but damn if we don't. Every single one of us, we pay the daggone IRS. There's a bunch of thieves every single year. But today I was speaking with a guy, Sacramento, one of our consulting customers, and he uses us for CAM and all as well. And what I'm about to share with you on this video is gold. Absolute gold. You're getting it for free. This is $1 million right here, $1 million. I'm getting ready to give away. You always struggle when you're doing this consulting stuff. You know, we do these YouTube videos to help people, but I'm never going to sugarcoat shit. We do it so we can make money too. It gives us exposure. It lets everybody know that we know what we're doing. By watching these videos, you learn what we're doing. And we want to help everybody. We want to help as many people as we can. But we've put a lot of time and effort into this stuff. So, you know, we want to get compensated for it as well. We got our goals, our dreams, and our ambitions. Listen, guys, we ain't getting paid. We ain't making money. We're not building our business. We're not expanding unless what we're doing is providing value to people. So we always struggle. What kind of content are we going to put out for free? We know so much. $2 million in 5 years. $2 million a year by year 5. Well over $2 million in revenue. $2 million a year in year 5 in North Carolina market. So we got so much knowledge. We always struggle what we're going to give away. Today we're giving away a $1 million. $1 million. Speaking of the IRS, I wish this was charity. I wish I could claim $1 million worth of charity right here, because this is what it is. It's absolute charity. Absolute charity. Answering the phones. So many of you make answering the phones so much more complicated than it needs to be. The guy I was talking with in Sacramento, great guy, very ambitious young guy, very, very ambitious. But I got to talking to him. He was having some issues. We were bringing him calls and all through the website we did for him, and through the customer acquisition management we're doing for him. And he calls me up or he's having an issue with something, and it made me think. The way he was talking, I was like, well, let me talk to this guy. How is he explaining pricing to customers? So I told him, I said, pretend I'm a customer. Explain to me how you charge. And he says, well, we've got a truck that's 20 cubic yards. We start out at a minimum price of $95. The next price point, a quarter load is something like $200. A half load's like $300. 3/4 loads like $350. We got some price points in between there. He eventually works his way up to full load. And I'm in the damn business. I'm the expert. I'm the damn expert in junk removal. And I'm confused as hell. I told the guy, I said, listen, I'm always going to shoot everybody straight. And I'm in the damn business, and I'm confused as hell with what you just told me. And if you're telling your customers that, then they are not. A lot of them aren't going to book because they're confused. And when people get confused, it makes them feel uncomfortable. And if they feel uncomfortable, they're not going to choose your company. You have made them feel uncomfortable. So they're not going to book with you. If they do schedule, they probably just weren't paying attention. They probably didn't care about price in the first place. And some of the customers don't really care. And you sit there, if you start confusing them, they're like, what the hell is this guy saying? You know, what's he saying? I ain't going to schedule this guy. He don't know what the hell he's saying. So you got to answer the phones right. So if y'all are ready for $1 million, $1 million right here. Let me see I ain't going to write you a check. Matter of fact, you ought to be writing me a check for this advice that you're getting for free. But anyway, $1 million advice. When somebody calls you up and they ask you to explain pricing, I'm going to tell you exactly our schmeal that we give on junk doctors. So they call up, they ask about pricing. I say, okay, certainly. So the way we charge is based on the amount of space your items take up in our trucks. The trucks we have are 8 feet wide, 10 feet long, 5 feet high. That's virtually equivalent to about 6 pickup truck loads. Pricing's anywhere from a $95 minimum up through 12 separate price points to a full load rate of $490 if you fill the truck up. That rate includes all labor, so no matter where your stuff is, our guys are going to go wherever we need to go to pick it up, load it, and take care of that for you. There's no additional fee for the labor. And you do get a firm, no obligation price up front. So you're gonna know exactly what you're looking at as far as costs before we start. And then if you give us the go-ahead, we start right then and there. If not, it's completely no obligation, and we go on our way at no charge to you. Is that something you'd like to go ahead and get scheduled? Something like that, that right there. So what do? We simplified it. We gave them a minimum price. We gave them a top price. Now, it doesn't mention anything about multiple loads. If they ask about multiple loads, you tell them the price just restarts. We gave them the minimum. We gave them the max. We let them know all labor's included. They don't have to do anything. And we let them know they're going to have a firm price right up front. No surprises whatsoever. The other thing, if somebody wants to get a firm price, then say, okay, well, what do you have? And if they give you a couple items, say, yeah, I have a couch, a love seat, and a 32-inch television. Okay, so those items right there, they're pretty uniform in size. You'll say, all right, so you've got a soft estimate. You're probably looking somewhere around $200, whatever your pricing is for that. Somewhere around $200 for those 3 items. Is that something you'd like to go ahead and get scheduled? Ask for the call. Ask them to schedule right there. If they tell you they have a bunch of crap, if they say, I've just got a garage full of stuff, or I've got this, that, I've got stuff spread all over the place, at that point you need to tell them, listen, there's just no way that we're able to give you a reasonable estimate based off that description, because the stuff can vary so much in size. So what I would suggest is let's schedule a no obligation estimate, an appointment. No obligation estimate. We'll come out, we'll take a look at everything. We'll let you know exactly what your price is. And at that point, if they say they're not ready to schedule, then you can bring up, or that they still want an idea before we come out. I said, okay, you'd say, okay, so we can get scheduled, you get an email, you can respond back to that email with some pictures. Would you like to go ahead and do that? And if you get strike number 2 on that, then you say, well, I tell you what, go around, take some pictures, text it to us. What I'll do as soon as I get off this phone, is this your cell number? Okay, great. What I'm gonna do as soon as I get off this call, I'll text that number back, and with some pictures, I'll provide you with a soft estimate. What have we done here? We've tried to lock that booking in. Guys, let's get them pregnant. You get that woman pregnant, she's a lot less likely to dump you. You know what I mean? When she's pregnant, it's a lot harder to turn back. Get them scheduled. Once they are scheduled, the likelihood of them doing the job once you get there and get them a price is tremendously higher. Do not volunteer the picture thing before you get them scheduled, because that's giving them a cop-out. What they're going to do at that point is they are going to go, they may take pictures and send them to you, but while they send them to you, they might send them to 2 other companies. Don't give them that option. Lock that deal down. Lock it down. You've paid good money to get those customers. That's why so many guys don't do AdWords. They don't do AdWords and SEO and stuff like that, because it is a waste of money. They spend money, they get calls, and they don't know how to close the shit down. It's frustrating. I hear all these people about not doing AdWords, do Craigslist, and Craigslist brings you jobs, don't get me wrong, but I hear all this shit all the time about just doing this free crap. I was like, listen, you can build an okay business, but you ain't gonna build a business that's $2 million a year, or plus. You're not gonna take care of your family all that well, and you're not gonna build a future. You're not gonna build a company you can retire on, a company you can sell by doing this free shit. It's piddly crap is what it is. Yes, it needs to be done. When you start, you don't turn down any business. And when you stay busy, maybe you keep doing Craigslist, but you have to have something else, something more robust, something more consistent as far as business, something with people that are actually willing to pay what you need to charge to make good money and have a good life in your junk removal business. Lock the deal down. Lock it down, then get them the price. Don't shut down that chain of communication. That right there, guys, was $1 million you just got. Your bank account over the next 5 years, or maybe next 2 years, is going to explode. Your sales are going to explode. That should be $1 million right there. I just gave you. Lee Godbold just gave you a charitable donation of $1 million. I wish I could write it off in the IRS, but they ain't gonna let me. So Listen, simplify your phone calls, guys. Simplify your phone calls. I'm being complete. You know, I've been joking around this entire episode. Y'all need to call me, 919-466-9322. If y'all are struggling on the phones, if you're not doing anything remotely close to that, you need to call me. One, you need to watch this video repeatedly. You need to watch that schmeal I just gave you, and you need to practice it. You need to apply your own price points, your own truck size. Pickup truck loads. A pickup truck bed holds roughly 2.5 cubic yards. So take however many cubic yards you are. If you're 20 cubic yards, you divide by 2.5, you got 8 pickup truck loads. So figure out the number of pickup truck loads. You've equated that to something they can at least picture in their head. Most people aren't going to be able to just, you tell them, don't tell them how many cubic yards your truck necessarily is a lot of times. Or if you do that, you got to make sure you equate it to pickup truck loads or truck size. People understand feet, width, height, and length hell of a lot better than they do cubic yards. Now, if you get a good contractor that's called you, he's going to understand cubic yards. You can probably talk, you can shorten that little spiel up right there and just cover cubic yards. But everybody else, for the most part, equate it to pickup truck size loads, or equate it to a U-Haul van, a truck. It's equivalent to a U-Haul van, a medium-sized U-Haul truck, a large U-Haul truck. You know, give them some frame of reference that they understand when you're doing these phone calls. Y'all can come with us, get Cam. We're going to get all kinds of crazy amounts of business with this to you if you stick with us. If you give us several months to evaluate your market, come up with a marketing strategy, online, print. If it's Yelp, if it's Google, depends what part of the country you're in. If Craigslist, Thumbtack, Home Advisor, we're going to do your ads based on our experience, on our already established successful campaigns throughout the country. We're going to put those in place. But if we bring you all that business, or if you figure out the marketing in and get all that business, but you can't answer the phone right, you can't explain your services right, people are going to hang up and you've simply wasted all that money you've been spending. There's a reason that we are $2 million a year after year 5 and so many other people aren't. We do, and a lot of it is the phone call. I'm very good on the phone. I picked it up from my previous boss at a roller skating rink. He was a DJ, and I learned a lot from him. Y'all can learn a lot from this video. You need to call me. You need to pay us $150 an hour. I'm shooting you straight right now. You need to pay us $150 an hour. Buy 2 hours on retainer, $300. Get on the phone with me. We will do, I'll run through every single question that comes to my mind that customers have asked me over the past 6 years in business. I will cover how are you answering that call now? How should it be answered? And you'll spend $300 to get 2 hours of my time. And that right there literally will be worth, you just can't put a price tag on it. Because if you're missing out on those calls, then there's no way, if I give you that knowledge, that experience, there's no way you can even put a price on it. It's a hell of a lot more than $300. It's probably something like $1 million or $3 million. I just gave you $1 million with this video, $1 million bucks. You're a millionaire. You hadn't put that money in the bank account yet, but you now have the potential to go out and make $1 million more because of this one YouTube video from yours truly, LG. But if you want to make that 1 million, 10 million, or 3 million, or whatever that price is, I got no idea how to price it. You need to call me. You need to do consulting with me. I'm going to get you shit straight, and I'm going to help you blow your business up in 2018. Talk to y'all soon.